Hey guys, Lara here. Just wanting to come on and tell you guys a little story as to why we created the rehab course. And I think it's one of those stories where it was one of those bad things that ended up happening to be a really good thing. And I was teaching Pilates. I had been teaching Pilates for 4 years, and I was teaching all week long, every single day, group classes, privates, had tons of clients, was super exciting, was feeling super confident. At the time, I had a wait list and I was loving it. We had two studios and I was just loving it. And one day I had a client come in and she had a bit of a sore back. And at the time, looking back, we didn't know. I didn't know she had a bulge disc. She didn't know she had a bulge disc, but she had really sore hamstrings. And so I was like, okay, well, let's stretch your hamstrings. And she really liked the reformer and she really liked leg circles. And she's like, do you mind if I just stay here in leg circles for like half an hour? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I just didn't know. And she ended up like kind of falling off the reformer and screaming in pain. And it was the worst, hands down, worst Pilates teaching moment of my entire career. And I kind of started crying. I didn't know what to do. I thought I had hurt her. It was just awful, but it was okay, in the long run. And it turned out she had a herniated disc and I just didn't know. And I think it's one of those things that Pilates is awesome and Pilates is life changing, but it does happen. And people do come into Pilates classes and they're like, oh, I have this injury, or, I just got a knee replacement, or I just had a hip replacement, or I had something called spondylolisthesis. And I think, we're just going to see that as movement instructors. And we wanted to create this course so that you just felt so good that feeling like an imposter was just over when someone had an injury. And is there a place for fitness? Yeah. I had no idea until I met Jen and was working with physios, and we've been working with physios for 15 years now. Double down on glutes if they have knee injuries. It was just little things like that. And just showing you guys the coolest moves and modifications and fascia releases. And this is the course that would have changed my entire life and would have made me feel so much more confident. And we definitely wanted to build that for you guys and to feel safe. You want you to feel safe as an instructor, confident as an instructor, and we want your client to feel safe. And I believe when you have both those things, you have safety from both sides, you're going to make magic and your results are going to be amazing and it's going to be awesome. And I believe Pilates is life changing, and we would love to show you these different ways with rehab that you can make it even more awesome.